teachers. It's summertime. Summertime is the best, of course, for so many reasons. But one reason why I absolutely loved summer break was it was my time. And my time not only for self-care, for friends and family, but my time to further and better my craft of teaching. And I loved finding online workshops. I love finding professional development books to read and conferences to go to. So today I'm going to share with you 4 of my favorite summer PD reads that you have got to make sure you grab and read yourself. All of the links to these will be in the video description below. Click that See More button and you can grab them all. Grab one, whatever you need. Hopefully maybe some of these are even ones that you've read before. So I'm going to share my 4 favorite, but before I do so, click that subscribe button. That way you don't miss any future videos from the Sierra Harris Teaching Channel. All right, so 4 of my favorites. This was hard to do, by the way. I really had to pick and choose the 4. So, but these are what I'm going to be talking about today. There they are. So my first one is a unique one and probably one not a lot of teachers know about. It is by a man named Jim Knight. Jim Knight, actually, he has written multiple books, but he is very well known in the coaching realm of teaching. He is like a coach of coaches. And so most of the books that he's written, I think like 99% of them, except for this one, is about coaching. This one, however, is about teaching, and it's called High Impact Instruction, a framework for great teaching. This was probably one of the best teaching books out there as far as PD goes. I am talking it has so many amazing actionable nuggets throughout it, and I don't even think this is my copy. This must be my shelf copy because my copy is covered in highlights and notes, so I must have multiple copies. But it has, let's see, let me give you a quick glance at the chapters here. So there's a chapter on planning, which goes into questioning and assessments and creating learning maps. There's a whole section on instruction where it goes through thinking prompts, effective questions, stories, cooperative learning, and authentic learning. Goes into community building. It has just fantastic, direct, to the point, actionable strategies that will impact your instruction. So when it says high impact instruction, I'm not kidding. It is a big read, but it's worth it. And it's an easy read. It's not overly scientific. It's not overly wordy. A lot of great information in here that I promise you'll come back and go, oh my gosh, Sierra, how have I never heard of this book? Thank you so much for introducing me. It is now my new favorite. So this is my number 1 suggestion. Go and grab it. High Impact Instruction from the Jim Knight. Okay. All right. My next suggestion is one that I actually, I led a book study on this book a few years ago. And it quickly turned into one of my favorites, but it's called From Striving to Thriving. You can see that I have all my chapters here marked. But From Striving to Thriving talks about our striving readers, which they consider our struggling readers. And I love using the word striving instead of struggling. Our striving readers to thriving readers. So it walks you through different aspects of your instruction, but also more just your instruction. It really focuses on building a culture of reading. So it talks about building trust through your community. It talks about teaching and book matching, finding the right books, transforming your classroom. So there's just so much into it. This one is my copy, so you can see my highlights and stuff as we go through. But this probably was my favorite one to do a book study on. I may redo it in a few years, but it's a great summer read because it's quick. I don't want to use the word fluffy because it's not fluff, but it's inspiring. It's heartwarming. It's exactly what teachers need to read in the summer to really motivate themselves and get them excited to be teachers again, come July and August. So From Striving to Thriving, this is by Stephanie Harvey and Annie Ward. You probably have heard their names before. All right, my next one is called the Ramped Up Read Aloud. This is such a fun one. And I put this one in here. This is what I kept going back and forth on whether or not I was going to suggest as a summer read because it's not your typical read. So this one is more of a reference book. And it gives you book suggestions. Let me give you a good page here. It gives you book suggestions based on what you're teaching. So here you can see this is the section on retelling to demonstrate understanding. And so it will give you a book suggestion. So this one is 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶𝗹 by 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗹. And it actually walks you through a lesson plan. So the activity, so it gives you the before, during, and after reading, setting a purpose, extending experiences. It gives you like some blackline masters that you could create. I don't think they give them to you in the book. I could be wrong. Nope, they don't. But easy ones that you could, recreate in Word. But again, not one that you necessarily need to read over the summer, but a great one to start scanning through and thinking like, okay, maybe I struggle finding things for inferring themes and big ideas. So what would be some books that I can go find at garage sales or thrift stores this summer to really help prepare? Another one that you could go through and flag pages. That way, when you're wanting to use this book throughout the year and you're teaching, you've kind of already done all the searching for it. So, but a great one to grab this summer, and again, kind of do that hard prep work. And it's a great one to take to the pool because it's not hard reading. And you're not having to use all that brain power while you're trying to relax, by the pool. So the Ramped Up Read Aloud, another great one. Grab the link below. And then my last suggestion today is, of course, the Comprehension Blueprint. So with the Science of Reading wave happening, I, of course, had to get my hands on as many comprehension-based Science of Reading books I could, and this is the best. But if you're looking for a Science of Reading book that helps you teach comprehension, this is it. This one, however, is a harder read. I will put that warning right there in front. It is very wordy. It's very scientific. There are a lot of words that I was like, I don't know what the meaning of this word is. It's hard. It's a hard read, but your students deserve it. Our students deserve it. With the Science of Reading research that is out and it's showing us that this is the way to be teaching. This is needed right now. It was needed yesterday. So definitely grab this one. Maybe not as much of a pool read, but definitely like hey, I'm going to spend an hour to a week and I'm going to go through this and really give myself some strong professional development. This would be your book, right? All right. So again, you can grab the link to all 4 of these books in the See More section of the video down below. They are Amazon affiliate links. So you can grab them there. And if you have any questions or if you ever need any more suggestions on what to be reading over the summer, I'm happy to help because believe me, there's like 10 times more where this came from. But these are my top 4 and I hope they're going to help you out this summer. Enjoy your summer, teacher friends. You deserve it. And I'll see you over the next video of the See Her Teaching channel. Bye, everyone.